All right, happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Survive to Thrive. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we practice and role play scripts. Monday and Friday, we go into breakout rooms, and on Wednesdays, we stay right here. So here's the format for today. I'm going to give you an objection. I want you to raise your hand and give me the response. Think about what we've been working on here for the last year, 2 years, 3 years, depending on how long you've been a part of the call. You should have a response for every objection that you're ever going to hear or ever have heard. This is part of your playbook. And you should be thinking as you're hearing this objection, um, pulling up the file. Pulling up the file means I have three responses for every objection I'm ever going to hear. And all I need to do is decide which one of my three responses am I going to use. And it's not about being scripted because I've told you before, I don't speak in scripts. I have real estate conversations. I've just memorized those conversations. The script for me is nothing more than a roadmap to follow. It's a blueprint. So here's the first one. I'm a for sale by owner, and you've asked me if I could show you how I can sell your home for more money in less time. Would you be interested in hearing how I could do that? By the way, that's a script, okay? And the seller's response is, how would you do that? Now, as soon as you hear, how would you do that? That should trigger a reminder to you, oh, that's the blank script. All right. Now, anyone want to take that? I should see more than one hand popping up.
That's
And
a great question, John. And I wouldn't know until I've seen your house. That's exactly why I wanted to get together with you. I have some time today at 4:30 or 6:15. Which one works best for you?
okay, so write it down, write it down, write it down. Great response, Michael. Now, Michael, stay right here with me. You've seen my house. Now we're having a follow-up conversation. You're starting to sense frustration. What is frustration? What does frustration equal? There's another word that should go right next to it. What's the word?
Opportunity.
Thank you. Now you're closing for an appointment and you ask me, it sounds like you might be thinking it's time to hire a real estate agent to help you get this property sold. If I could show you how I could sell your home for more money, would you be interested in seeing how I could do that? I'm the seller. I respond, how would you do that?
You want me to take that, John?
Yes, yes, I do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a great question. And um, if we met at the house that day, John, I only allowed 15 minutes for this conversation.
Time out,
Go
time out,
ahead.
time out. It's the watch script, dude.
No, I didn't know if it was following up or if we were
It's
still in the
it's
house on the,
it's a
yeah.
follow-up call. You
Yeah,
see
John,
the
that's a great
frustration.
question. Yeah, John, that's a great question. And when I get that question, it usually means that the seller is thinking about how could I sell it differently than you could? And the answer is, well, just imagine you and I went to Macy's.
Okay.
We bought a watch. Okay, the watch was a $3,000 watch, really, really nice watch. We're thinking overnight, you know what? It doesn't quite look the same when we get it home. We didn't even open the box. The thing is still sealed. Overnight, Macy's goes out of business. We can't sell it back to Macy's. We can't return it.
That's right.
So we decide that we're going to sell it. We decide we're going to sell it at our garage sale. It was a $3,000 watch. John, how much do you think we would get for that watch if we sold it?
I don't know. Not $3,000, maybe $20, maybe 30, maybe.
Well, I don't know if it'd be worth that much. Probably more. And you're thinking in the right direction. But why wouldn't we get the same amount of money for the watch?
Well, because it's a garage sale.
Well, it's being sold by
Well, it's being sold by the owner.
the owner. Exactly. And when it was sold at Macy's, it had a big corporate name behind it. It had a representative in front of it in a retail space, and people expected to pay retail, correct?
Well, I guess you're right. Good point.
Yeah, so when it's being sold by the owner, there's perceived lower value, correct?
I guess I would agree with that.
So exactly. And John, listen, the idea is with my company and me as a representative, in a professional setting, people would pay more for your home. And we actually have a wider market. And that's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
Yes. So, John, I'm confident that I could sell your home for more money than you could on your own in less time and save you all the hassle. You ready to get started?
Yeah, so you just closed for the appointment at that point, guys. Well done, Michael. Well done. Anybody else want to take a run at that before I go on to the next? Real quick, I don't want downtime here.
I'll try.
Thank you, Joanne. Let's go.
Just remind me where we're starting.
So you sense frustration. You're going to close for a listing appointment. Closing for the listing appointment is simply if I could show you how I could sell your home for more money in less time, would you be interested in seeing how I could do that? Seller response, how would you do that? Now, you're going to go into your file and you're going to go, oh, that's the watch script. The watch script is meant to help that seller have a paradigm shift, to see things differently, to see things from a perspective of buying a watch retail versus selling a watch in a garage sale, why it makes a difference how that watch is being sold. So you're going to,
John,
yeah,
I sense your frustration. It sounds like you may be ready to hire an expert like myself.
okay, maybe.
Yeah.
How
If
would,
I can sh if
yeah,
I can show you how I can help you sell your home for more money in the fastest amount of time, would you be interested in seeing that?
well, yeah, of course, but how are you going to sell my home for more money?
And Ben, that's a great question. So, John, say we go to Macy's, we go, to a high-end jewelry store and we buy a new watch, and that watch is $5,000 and it's a fabulous watch.
Okay,
You decide shortly after it's not that impressive, but you can't return it. You can't bring the watch back. It's barely used. You've owned it for a short amount of time and you've worn it for an hour.
okay.
Now you still want to sell the watch because you spent $5,000 on that watch. It was a big investment to you. So we're going to resell the watch. So you can't bring it back. Where are you going to sell it?
Well, I guess maybe a garage sale.
Yep, online, something, so any way that you can. And so do you think that you're going to get $5,000 for the watch?
Probably not.
But it's barely used, right? It's almost brand new.
Yeah, that's true.
And so when you sell that watch, would you buy it for $5,000
Okay,
online or at a yard sale?
Joanne, can I have you pause right there and help you out?
Yes, I was getting a little lost.
Okay, that's okay. I'm going to put you back on track. Okay. So, uh, Joanne, and I'm always going to be a partner with the other person here. So it would be Joanne. Let's say you and I decide to buy a watch. We have a budget. We're going to spend $300. We go to a retail store. We buy it from a professional. We go to the store expecting to pay retail, and we find the right watch and we buy it. Now we get home that night, we decide we don't like it and we can't return it, and we're having a garage sale the next day. So we're going to sell it in the garage sale. Now, are we going to get $300 for the watch? Obviously not. And the question is, why not? And here's the answer. When we went to the retail store, we expected to pay retail. Would you agree with that, Joanne?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Right, right, right. And it's being sold by a professional. Would you agree with that as well?
Yes.
Okay, now we're selling it at a garage sale. What type of buyers are we attracting at a garage sale?
Probably buyers that want a deal.
People looking for a deal, right?
Yeah,
Right. So when we have a buyer come into our garage sale and look at the watch, are they going to give us $300?
probably not.
Probably not. And the biggest difference is at the retail store, it was being sold by a professional, and at the garage sale, it's being sold by who, Joanne?
It's being sold by me.
By the owner.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm going to repeat that so I can internalize it. See, John, the environment in the retail store when we bought the watch is different. It's being sold by a professional. It's being represented by a company that is professional. And when you're selling it at a yard sale, who's selling it?
That's right.
Sorry. And when it's sold at a yard sale, who's selling it?
But the owner.
Right.
Okay, cool. Montana, the answer to your question is Montana wrote in the chat, what if they answer I wouldn't sell it for less than what I bought it for? Then you're not selling it.
Mm-hmm.
Still going to have that watch a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You're not selling it. All right, different conversation. Here we go. You're talking to a for sale by owner. They're frustrated that they haven't sold their home. It's 4 weeks after you toured the house. You scheduled an appointment. You went on the appointment. You toured their house. You asked questions. You took notes. You're following up, and they're frustrated their home hasn't sold, and they can't figure out why their home hasn't sold. Immediately, sorry guys for the passion, but I really want you to start getting this at a super high level. Immediately,
John, what does a good buyer look like to you?
that's it right there. That's it.
All right, the meeting is over. We're done. Michael stole the show.
So Michael, and remember, sellers go to script school, okay? They have very few scripts. The answer to what does a really good buyer look like is someone who can afford my house. So Michael, someone who could afford my house.
Yeah, I get it, John. You want your price and you want to get it sold. And can I share what a good buyer looks like to me?
Yes.
John, a good buyer to me is somebody who's sold their house and has 30 days to buy and get into another house, right? Another instance of a good buyer would be somebody who's in town from out of state and they have 3 or 4 days to make a decision on a home that they must put an offer on.
Yeah.
And then thirdly, probably a new home buyer who kind of needs some guidance. Now, out of all of those three types of buyers, do you think that those buyers are running around looking for sale by owner signs in the yard? Or do you think they're working with a professional like me?
They're probably working with a real estate agent.
Yeah, exactly. And if you were a real estate agent, and John, the average real estate agent sells about 4 homes a year. So would you risk that 25% of your income running around looking at yard signs, or would you be looking in the MLS for properties that are represented by other agents like yourself?
I'd bring them to homes that are listed with another real estate agent.
Yeah. And so if that's the case, and knowing that over 90% of the homes that sell have a real estate agent involved, is it possible that you're not quite casting a wide enough net to the real buyers who are actually paying top dollar, are well qualified and working with professional?
I like the question, but I'm going to edit it. So that's a yes, no question, Michael.
True.
Let's go with so Michael, if you're not attracting one of the really good buyers that we just described, who are you attracting?
Exactly. Yeah. And so you're probably getting a lot of phone calls from investors, John, who are looking to pay you 80 cents on the dollar and probably running into some looky-loos who are coming in. And you know, the biggest concern for me is that the actual buyers who might be interested in your property, they're looking to make a deal too, right? And so can you both save on the same commission?
No, you can't, Michael. Well done. All right, changing the subject. Your commission's too high. You're closing, you're sitting at the kitchen table, you ask for the business. That simply sounds like, are you ready to get started? By the way, I'm going to throw another one in here. Super quick. Give me a quick answer. We're running out of time. You hear anything but yes. Immediately, where are you going? You should immediately be thinking, the next question is, are you ready to get started? I respond with, not yet. I like you. I like everything you said, but not yet. What's the response?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being that you absolutely don't like anything I had to say and want me to leave, and 10 is you're ready to hire me today. Where are we?
Perfect. That was it. That's it. Right there, Joe. Way to go. Now the response is you're a 9. What's the next question? Anybody
Awesome,
but Joe Grant?
John. That's
Anybody
awesome,
but
John.
Joe?
That's
No,
great.
no, no, Joe, I want somebody else. Sorry, buddy. What's the
John, that's awesome. What do we got to do to make today's meeting a 10
Okay,
and get
cool.
started?
Okay, you got it. Now, my answer is your commission is too high. Somebody else besides Sean, let's go.
Well,
Other
do
than
you
the
know what?
commission,
Go,
is there
Connor.
anything else that
Go.
prevents you from hiring me right now?
All right, Kevin, one more time.
Other than the commission, is there anything else that prevents you from hiring me right now?
Okay, isolate. Perfect job, Kevin. Way to go. Isolate the objection. There's another way to isolate the objection. If I were willing to lower my fee today, if I were willing to lower my fee, would you hire me today? Okay, go, Connor.
Um, if I were willing to lower my fee, would you be willing to hire me today?
Yes.
Well, John, I'm a deal maker, not a deal breaker. And so if there's ever a time where I need to lower my commission to make the sale go through for your home, I will absolutely do that. So my commission is negotiable. It's just not negotiable today.
Okay, well done, Connor. Can I share with you why that concerns me. That's the response to your commission's too high. So if I were willing to lower my fee, would you hire me today? Yes. Cool. Can I share with you why that concerns me? Somebody else, pick it up right there.
If I were to
John, if
negotiate my commission right now, what makes you think that I wouldn't?
You're doing good, Lauren. You're doing
Uh,
good.
I can't remember the middle part, but it's getting to the point where I'm not going to give your money away.
Okay, somebody else that hasn't gone yet. Somebody else jump in here and take over right there. Man, you guys should just be jumping at this. We've done this like thousands of times.
You want the best
Hi,
agent fighting for your equity. If I can negotiate a price for your home, do you think I can also protect my own fee? This is the kind of agent you want in your corner, something to that.
Well
I
done,
think.
Ted. Well done, Ted. Thank you for jumping in the spotlight. I appreciate that. Well done. By the way, that'll work. Not exactly the response I was looking for, but that'll work.
Hey, John, can I tell you why that concerns me?
Yes.
If you hire an agent that's willing to reduce their commission now, how do you expect them to protect your money?
Huh, that makes sense. All right, here it is.
I'd like to give an invitation to throw in there when they say that to just kind of sit back and go, huh, is this a trick question? Like that. And then go into the script because it's almost comical that you feel well enough that I can represent to sell your home, and yet I'm so easily just negotiated with in this moment to give up my commission. How do you expect me to defend you in a negotiation?
Well done, Jacob. Well done. Thank you for jumping in there and sharing that, man, because that's new to me and I like it. So my response is if you hire that limited service discount agent, use that. Throw the competition under the bus. If you hire that limited service discount agent who's willing to give away their money that they use to support their family that quickly, how quickly will they give away your money when there's an offer on your home? You see, I know we're looking at a $500,000 listing price, but I also know your bottom line is 480 because you told me. Now you're also going to tell that limited service discount agent that your bottom line is 480 as well. And then they get an offer for 470,000 on your home and they respond with, "That's awesome because I know he'll take 480." And you just sold your home for $480,000 when you could have sold it for $500,000 if you would have hired the right agent for the job. All right, guys, raise your hands, talk to me.
That
These
last
were
part of that script's awesome.
Say that one more time.
The last part of that script is awesome.
Yeah. It is. And you got to make them feel it, okay? We're more motivated by avoiding pain than we are by going towards pleasure. So I want them to feel the pain of giving up $20,000. Let's say you're going to lower your fee by 1%, right? Well, 1% of 500 is 5,000. So I just lost $20,000 trying to make an extra 5,000. That's painful. Okay, Sean, talk to me. Joanne, Kelly, whoever's there. Both of you are not on camera, so I don't know. Okay, there we go.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I like this format right here. It's like it made my heart rate go up a little bit, be a little faster when I was trying to get in there and try to remember these scripts. So I hope we can do this again.
Good feedback. Thank you for that. My job is to put pressure on you guys in these situations and to help you rise to the occasion. Because when you're sitting at the kitchen table, they're not going to say, take your time, think of your response, and then respond to me. Or you need to call John and get a response to this. Go ahead. And then finish the conversation. Are you freaking kidding me? All right, go, Joanne. Go, Brian. Go ahead, Brian.
I was just going to say, if, for those of us on this call, if we get really good at doing it in front of, I don't know how many people are on the call, 50 plus people, I think it'll be a cakewalk when you're sitting at the kitchen table with one person or two people.
That's right. That's right. Jacob, go ahead. Share those thoughts with me.
I hear Brian's perspective. However, when you're sitting, at a kitchen table with someone in this setting, you don't quite have the adrenaline pumping and the, perspective 20 to 30K on the line. So, I recommend how you participate in here is how you participate out there. So participate in here fully. So the complexity of the moment and the totality of the moment doesn't overtake you and you find yourself a deer in the headlights.
100% correct. I mean, you're both right. It depends on your perspective and how you're looking at it. Go, Joanne.
Respectfully, Brian, respectfully.
Don't forget,
John,
number one agent
I
in
was
the country, so don't forget that. Okay, Joanne,
I
talk
think
to me.
I was echoing what Sean said. It made me feel really uncomfortable this morning. And so I would love to continue this style, like the rapid fire. Just my heart is still pumping a little bit.
Okay, good.
Practice under extreme conditions. That's why I love being in this setting. I think it's fantastic. And further into negotiating and that conversation. So yeah, John, what you're asking me is if I can negotiate. And if the first thing I did was lose a negotiation to you, the seller, when you're hiring me to be that great negotiator, how am I doing so far?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't want an agent who the first thing they do is lose the first negotiation in a deal, right? That doesn't bode well. It's kind of forbearing, right? Forbearance. So that's another. I like that one, which is, yeah, how do you like me now? Kind of bring a little bit of laughter and some comedy to it, because whenever you get into those sticky moments, a little bit of levity kind of helps.
I just want to point something out. Michael, thank you for that, by the way. Spot on. I just want to point something out. Connor, take yourself off mute for a moment.
Yes.
Okay, rapid fire questions. How old are you, Connor?
23.
Okay. How long have you had your real estate license?
4 months.
4 months. How long have you been on the Survive to Thrive call with me?
Probably about 2.5 months.
Right. And he stepped right up and did an amazing job. Now, one of the things I know about Connor, because Connor reports to me every day what he did that day, is he's on YouTube watching these videos every single day.
Even if I'm if I'm going shopping at the store, I'll throw some Survive to Thrive on, or if I'm going to get, taking the trash out or something, I just got it in the background playing. So over time, it just kind of internalizes.
There you go. That's
Time
right.
on task over time.
That's right.
But I still have an extreme amount to learn. So
Well, yeah. So do I, by the way. What does it look like if you get to a point where you know everything?
it looks like what Michael Chalongo was doing today.
No, not at all. That wasn't the question. Here's what it looks like. It's called unconscious incompetence, which means you don't know what you're doing and you don't know that you don't know what you're doing. All right, I got to run. You guys have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, go get them, guys.